I think my driving force is that I haven't achieved what I want to achieve yet.
USA versus Austria. Winner takes the bronze. Who's it going to be? The battle for the bronze, it is on. Here we go. Connoisseur on the blue course. Avital Carroll on the red course. USA versus Austria. Avital with a little bit of a lead here.
Mogul skiing is a fierce sport. Honestly, mentally, it's terrifying doing what I do, and if I said I wasn't scared, I'd be lying. My why is that I just want to be the best in the world. Having Bobby as my coach has been amazing. He knows me better than anyone. He can read me like a book. On the hill, he's strictly coach, and he's pretty hard on me, like a coach would be. And then if I had a tough day, I'll come home and I'll talk to him and I'll be like, can I speak to my husband? I had a really tough day, I need a hug.
I've been coaching Avital for almost 2 years now. It's really, really special to watch the amount of work and all the behind the scenes stuff. It's interesting in our sport, it's 30 seconds, but you spend 9 months, 12 months, you spend all of your time trying to perfect for 10 different events, about 30 seconds. It's definitely that a little bit of the New York City girl in her, and her family, the way she grew up. She was the youngest sibling, and I think it's that younger sibling syndrome where you kind of just want to keep up and compete with the other family members and everything else. And I think that's one of the things that really comes easy to her is the work.
I've been on skis since the age of 2, and I've been competing since I was 6 years old. Growing up skiing in Stratton, Vermont was icy and cold, and you didn't really know what weather you were going to get, but you also didn't know any better, so every day was the best day. Lucky enough for me, my parents were super diligent in taking us every weekend to go skiing. We would leave every Thursday afternoon after school, miss Fridays of school, and ski for the weekends. My siblings all competed. I'm the youngest of 5, and I followed in their footsteps. It was convenient for my parents just to take me to competitions. And then when I was 12, I really saw the vision and the goal. I think I was starting to get better at my tricks. I was starting to kind of do 360s on snow. I was doing front flips at the water ramps where we trained at Lake Placid, New York. I just had an affinity towards it. I really wanted to get better. I didn't know where it was going to take me or anything.
A front top flip coming into the finish area.
I was 21. I had just won the North American Cup Tour, which guaranteed you a spot on the US ski team, and full World Cup starts for the next season. It's crazy to think how insane this journey has been. I don't think my younger self could have ever fathomed what being a professional athlete was like, and I've definitely had to learn to take it day by day, with the process, and that's the only way to climb the mountain.
So I think what really sets mogul skiing apart compared to a lot of other winter sports is that it's probably the most difficult thing you're going to do, and anyone that's able to ski moguls can ski anything on the mountain.
You need every single ski skill to be a mogul skier. You need to be able to turn a ski, you need to be able to jump, so many components happening so fast in a 30-second run.
Most of them are skiing the course 30 miles an hour, then they're hitting 2 different jumps. So not only do you have to be extremely skilled with skis, you have to be an acrobat as well. 22.56. The training that goes into that, not only with skiing, is extremely difficult, but then you have to spend time at the water ramps, trampoline, working on different acrobatics, and it's just so much fun. It's different than alpine, it's different than everything else, and that's it, you know, it broke off, and I think it's so pure too, where it came from. It was the redheaded stepchild.
Skiing began in North America in the mid-1800s when miners strapped long boards onto their feet and slid down the slopes to pass the time during the long winters. In those days, a good skier was someone who could just get to the bottom of the hill without falling. But things changed in the 70s. Millions of skiers created millions of moguls, and the hot dogger was born.
They wanted to be free, you know, they wanted to do something different, and it's still like carried on.
A fall was only judged as a fall if the skier came to a complete stop. Otherwise, it was considered a recovery, and great recoveries scored high.
Mogul skiing is a fierce sport. There's injury, you can blow your knee, you'll be out for a season or two. People have fractured their back, they've been paralyzed. I mean, it's no joke, like every time you push into a mogul course.
Within 2 years, hot dogging became skiing's biggest spectator event. The name was changed from hot dogging to freestyle, but the crowd still gave the biggest cheers for the biggest crashes.
I think that's what makes it so cool and so fulfilling. Like when you achieve that, when you land that trick and you ski out of it and you ski your run, it's like that feeling is like so unbelievable.
Freestyle today is a sanctioned part of FIS competition. Gone were the days of spectacular recoveries and unnecessary crashes. And in its place, good skiers on tough runs, bashing down through moguls with precise pole plants.
My Jewish heritage is such a huge part of who I am, and that was such a driving force into why I wanted to ski for Austria. This is actually crazy. This is my grandfather's fake ID to be on the train and not be known as being Jewish. His name is Endeli Guido on here, but his real name is David Hendel. My grandmother was 7 when she left Vienna. I remember hearing a story from my grandmother that her dad got chosen to go on this train ride one day, and he did not know where he was going or anything, and he had this gut feeling, and he jumped off the moving train and made it back to Vienna safely to his family. And I think that's when, as a family, they decided that they needed to escape. The fact that my grandmother and my grandfather and both of their immediate families survived is pretty crazy. My grandmother is amazing. She's actually the one that got my entire family into skiing to begin with. None of us would have skied if it weren't for her. They were super determined to not let anything get in the way of their escape or anything like that, and even the next steps or what life even looked like, they had no idea. And I think that having that in me, in my blood, I kind of want to be that next person to inspire mogul skiing in Austria and have kids sit in front of their TV and watch and be like, that's what I want to do, and be able to grow that community.
All right. Doesn't smell too bad in here. Quaint. Very small. All right. Looks like we got a little kitchenette, a little fridge. Ooh. Bunk beds. That is neat.
You got bunk beds?
Cute little shower. There you go.
I mean, it's pretty crazy when you really year round, but when you get into competitive season, usually you'll have a prep camp kind of around November 1, and you'll go chase snow, and World Cup season will kind of start first weekend in December, and it'll run through middle of March. You're essentially living out of a suitcase, hoping that your bags make it from airline to airline or airport to airport. It's really absolutely a grind.
Each stop is really only 5 days, and you have to be on the ball with recovery and really quick turnarounds and packing your bags right after competition. All your gear is still wet, so you have to remember to unpack it and dry out all your lenses and your boots, and just have to be super on the ball with workouts, recovery, sleep, time zones, melatonin, all that stuff.
It's really amazing to see the athletes and the effort that they're able to summon to put in that hard work and put it on the line for those 30 seconds, you know? It's what makes the sport so great. It's raw.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving here in Finland. We got stovetop for everything. We're having Thanksgiving reindeer. Little gravy. Chef crushing it over here. We got stuffing, asparagus, and of course, sweet potato, mashed potatoes. And we can't forget about dessert. Ooh!
The most difficult part of being a professional mogul skier is the sacrifices that we've had to make.
All done on the stovetop.
2 burners.
Woohoo!
Being on the road 10 months out of the year, not being able to be with family, not being able to go to events or weddings that we want to go to. That's probably been the hardest thing for both of us because we're such family people.
Staves off the boredom here. So we get ready. Look at that. Off day activities. Happy with it?
Getting there.
Getting there?
Yes. We usually train about 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, something like that. And balancing my sanity with that, making sure that, you know, for dinners when we have time, we see our friends or we go on walks. Maybe we're not sane, I don't know.
The Freestyle International Ski World Cup returns to Deer Valley tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday night.
Deer Valley's mogul course is the most challenging of all the World Cup courses. This is because of the steepness and the length of the course.
To kind of paint the picture of what it looks like, it's about 250 meters, so it's about 2 football fields, and it is 35 degrees at the top. You got about 10, 15 turns, super, super steep, and then you have a huge air that you have to land, and land extremely well, because then you have the middle of the course, which is gonna have the most moguls. It's probably got about 40 to 45 turns in it. You're going 30 miles an hour, and the bumps are just flying. You're trying to keep that ski to snow contact and stay aggressive through there, and then next thing you know, you have another bottom air, and the bottom air is huge, it's massive. You got an 18-meter pad, and a lot of people will land at the bottom of that.
3 great days of competition in moguls and aerials in Deer Valley. This historic freestyle venue always delivers. Before we get
DV is the Super Bowl of mogul skiing. Yeah, there's probably about 5,000 or 10,000 people in the crowd during finals, and it's pretty nuts.
And we got Tall rolling into the gate. Tall rolling into the gate.
Got back on the bucking Bronco. Right where she landed right there, where she ended up.
No need to overthink this, right? Right?
I'm crying. I'm crying in baseball. Right? What are you capable of? Yeah. So let's get our fucking head out of our ass and let's go ski our run.
I think the worst part about like injuring yourself and going through the grind is that you lose that piece of yourself that you like always had. And you take it for granted until you're injured. I got sucked into that hole and I was mentally like at the lowest I've ever been. Like it just felt like it kept plateauing for like months and months. It just didn't get any better. And it was infuriating.
I think for those dark days for her and the times of when you blow out your knee and everyone's on the road and you're kind of in the pain cave by yourself and no one really cares except for the people that really care. It really sheds a light and you find out who your friends are and who's really going to help you through those dark times and dark moments and how much do you really love it.
Well, I'm running. How was she going to get back into the super final? Running like my hands on fire. She made the super final. I don't stop breathing when my legs grow tired.
You always want to see like the light at the end of the tunnel. Then at some point you just have to like know that all your work in the gym, like all your physical therapy will pay off, and you know it has. So I'm super fortunate for that.
And I've got a secret, and I did not intend to keep it. Covered up my soul far too long. And I've got a message from Colorado straight from Texas. Captured most of me, just let me be.
The goal here for all to get into the top 6 for a shot at the podium. This is Avital Carroll of Austria, a New York native, trained at the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club before earning a spot on the World Cup, formerly on the U.S. team, but moved to the Austrian team.
I think my why was fully internal. I just have this drive in my brain and my heart and my body, just continue to fight for what's best in the world, what's gonna unify everybody, fight for your dreams, fight for your goals.
She's strong and she wants to be back in that super final, especially here at the World Championships. Watch how big she goes off the bottom air, doing that steezy grab, really hanging on to it. Lower than Carroll, but bigger, better jumps. Those are both the same amount, so it will come down to the turns.
I had gone 4th to last, so one girl had to score lower than me. And I remember when the girl after me went and they called my score.
Second, 79.67. Avital Carroll on the podium, guaranteed.
Maya Schwinghammer was standing right next to me, and she gave me like this really big hug, and it's super meaningful to this day, and it brings so much emotion back. Especially since that was my first podium on the world stage in any event. And then I followed up with another one the next day, which was wild. I mean, my huge goal at that event was to get one podium.
From Austria, Avital Carroll!
Hundreds and hundreds of messages on my phone, and I'm super OCD, so I wanted to respond to all of them. And it was like just everyone reaching out. It was super cool.
Avital Carroll bringing Austria just their 3rd medal in moguls at the World Championships in the history of the sport.
That pushing force is that I want to be the best in the world. I want to win overall globes. I want to win an Olympic gold medal. I have so many goals and ambitions that I want to hit. And I think for Austria, having those 2 bronze medals at World Championships, you know, will hopefully push the sport of mogul skiing there and continue to grow that.
I mean, what on average, like how many World Cup starts do most of these athletes you're competing against have?
In the top 10, I would say most athletes have at least 75, 100 World Cups under their belt.
So you're only just getting started.
I'm just getting started.